Welcome students, welcome to the lecture number 5 of MySQL revision tour. Okay, in the previous lecture we have learned about the DDL command, that is data definition command, and under DDL commands we have studied about the create, alter and drop command. Okay, so today we are going to start with the next category of the SQL command, that is DML commands. So let me explain you something about the DML commands. The first thing is that the DML stands for data manipulation language. Okay, the full form of DML is data manipulation language. And the second thing is that the command under this category is used to query, retrieve and manage data present in the table. Okay, so whatever command we are going to study in DML, these commands are used to query or retrieve data from the database, from the table, and also to manage the data present in the table. Okay, so whatever command we are going to study in DML, they are going to perform these two kinds of operations on the data present in the table. Remember one thing, the commands under DDL deals with the structure of the table, not with the data present in the table. Okay, the commands under DDL deals with the structure of the table, but the commands under DDL deals with the data present in the table. Okay, the commands under DML category are, the first one is the insert command, second is update command, third is delete command, and the fourth one is select command. Okay, so we have to learn about these four commands. So let us start one by one. The first command is insert command. Okay, so what is the basic purpose of this insert command? As its name suggests, so this insert command is basically used to insert record in the table. Okay, so the definition is that this command is used to insert either single record or multiple records in the specified table present in the database. It means with the help of this command we can insert record in the table. Okay, over here I have written either single record or multiple records. Okay, insert command can be used to insert a single record at one time, and also it can be used to insert multiple records at one time. But how multiple records get added in the table, we will discuss it later on. But right now we only discuss that how insert command can be used to insert a single record in the table. Okay, so suppose we have created a table and the name of the table is employee, and in this table we have created fields like e-code, e-name, salary, department, post. Okay, so once we create this table, so obviously a table get created in the database. So but that table is basically an empty table, right? So as we have seen that we have written the table employees, so you can see that a table named as employee get created in the database, but the thing is that this table is right now empty. Okay, because you have just created the table now, so nothing record is inserted in it. So right now this table is created, but this table is right now empty. So then let me see that how we can insert record in it. We have to issue this command like insert, the syntax is insert into, then you have to write the name of the table. So the name of the table is employee. Okay, so we will write the name of the table as employee. Then what we have to do, we have to write values. Okay, and then within the brackets we have to specify all the values. Okay, within the brackets we have to specify all the values. Okay, so remember one thing, if a value is of integer type, right? If you see over here, e-code is of type integer, salary is of type integer. So when we are going to write the integer data, then we don't have to put it within single quotes or double quotes. No quotes is required. You have to write as it is. Like you can see over here, I have written 101. Okay, no quotes is there. The salary 15,200, no quotes is there. But when you see that ename is a varchar, department is varchar, and post is varchar. So obviously the character data must be put inside the either single quotes or double quotes. Okay, you can see that I have written all the character values within single quotes and all the integer values without single quotes. One more important thing, you can write either single quote or double quote, it doesn't matter, but character data must be enclosed within quotes. So once I issue this command, then what will happen? A new record get added in the table employee with the values which I have specified over here, like 101 Kashish, 15,200 sales and officer. So you can see that a new record get added in the table, and whatever values I have written, that values get stored in the table. And suppose if I have written another command, insert into employee values, then I am entering this record of the second person. Okay, so once I have written this command and press enter, then what will happen? The second record get added in the table. Now if I have written another record, if I want to insert another record, then again I have to write this command, insert into employee values. Then the values I have given, whatever values I have given, what will happen? A new record get added in it, and all those values get stored in that table. So let us do one thing. We will also implement it practically in the Mysql software. So let me open it first. This is a Mysql command line client. Okay, so we click it. So now the Mysql software get open, shadling. Now you know, we have already created a database named as company. So what we have to do first, we have to activate this database, that is use company. So now the database is changed. Okay, and if we want to see the name of the tables present in that database, so what we will do, we will write show tables. Okay, so you can see that right now there is a table named as employee, and if we want to see the description, that what are the fields present in that table and what is the sequence of those fields, then we simply write describe employee. So now you can see that in the employee table there are fields echo, dname, salary, department and post, and this is a sequence of those fields. Okay, so let me insert the record, insert into employee values. Okay, so the first one is 101 and the name is Kashish and the amount is 15,000, salary is 15,200, and she works in sales department and she is acting as an officer in that. Okay, so I have written this command. Once I press enter, what will happen? Query. Okay, it means that record get inserted in the table employee. Suppose if I write another command, let me change the parameters. 102 Sakshi, the salary will be 16,200. I think the department is account and she is also acting as an officer in that account. So this record is also inserted. Now at the last I will insert the record of the third one is Manas. Okay, so his salary is around 35,200 and he works in sales department as an manager. Okay, so just press enter. So you can see that these commands are executed successfully, and these records are ultimately going to store in the table employee. Okay, so there is one more syntax for the table, for inserting the record in the table. Suppose if I want to change the order of the values, because in this way I am inserting the first the e code, e name, then salary, then department, then post. Why? Because the fields are present in this order only. But if I want to insert record as per my preference order, then how I can do it? I will write insert into the name of the table employee. Okay, then I will simply put bracket, and within the bracket I put the preference. Suppose first one is the E code, then I want to enter the value of salary, then E name, then department, comma, then post. Okay, so what I have done, I have specified my own preference sequence, because right now I want to insert first the integers value, then I want to insert the characters value. Okay, so this is 104 comma, and the salary will be, suppose it's 18,200. okay, and the name is Alicia, comma, and the department is suppose account department. Okay, and the post is let's say manager. Okay, and we simply press enter. So you can see that the query, okay, it means we can also insert record in the table as per our preference. Okay, so these are the two ways in which we can insert record in a table. So this is the basically syntax for inserting the records in the table. Okay, now what next? The next command is select command. You know, as we have inserted record in the table, it's okay, but if I want to view that whatever record I inserted in the table, I want to view that record. So this command is used to display the records present in the table, right? So this command, the purpose of this command is basically used to display the records present in the table. Okay, so the syntax for writing it, first you have to write the keyword select. Okay, after that either you write the star symbol or the field names. So what is the difference between these star symbol and the field name? We will explain it later on. Then you have to write the name of the, then you have to write from, and then you have to write the name of the table. Okay, so remember one thing, you have to write the select. If you want to display record of all fields, then you will write star, or if you want to display records of specific field, then you will write the names of those fields. Then you have to write the keyword from, and after that you have to write the name of the table. So let us see some examples of it to understand it more clearly. Suppose we have a situation that to display data of all fields, okay, we have to display data of all fields. The fields of the table employee are E code, E name, salary, department, post. So I want to see the data of all these 5 fields and all records. So whatever records are present in the table, I want to view all the records and all the 5 information of each record. So what I will do, I will write the command select star from employee. As you see in the syntax, you have to write select, you have to write from, and if you want, if you put star here, that it means star means you are going to view the details of all fields. Okay, star means that you are going to see the details of all fields, and this is the name of the table. Okay, so we have to specify that display star means all fields from the table employee. So when we execute this command, let us see what will happen. You will get this record. Okay, in this you can see that as I have written star, so that's why I am getting the data of all fields. Okay, and in this we are seeing the record of all the 3 employees, right? So what we have to do, we have to write select, then star. Star means to display data of all fields from employees. So it will show you the details of all the employees present in the employee field. Let us do it practically also. So now we have already inserted these records in the table. Now what we have to do, we want to view these records. So what I will do, I will write select, then star from, the table name is employee, and then semicolon and enter. So now you can see that as I written this command select star from employee, I will get the details of all the employees and all the field information. Why? Because I have put star over here. So star means all fields. So all fields are included in this: e-code, e-name, salary, department, and post, right? So the first category we have seen that to display the data of all fields of all record. Now let us see the second category, to display data of specific field of all records. Okay, so what we have to do, we want to see the records of all employees. Okay, we want to see the records of all employees, but we don't want to see the information of all fields. We want to see specific field only. Suppose in this example I have written select e-name, comma, salary, comma, post. So if I write star after this select, then all fields will get displayed. But if I want to display only specific field, then what will I do? I will simply write the names of those fields, like select e-name is name of the one field, comma, salary, comma, post from the name of the table. When you execute this command, then what will happen? You will get the information of these three fields. One is the e-name, because you have specified e-name. The second is salary, and the third one is post. So if you write star, then you will get the information of all fields. But if you want to view only the data of specific field, then what will you do? You will simply write the names of those fields. So the names of those fields are e-name, salary, and post. Okay, so let us implement it practically also. So select, we want to view the name of e-name, salary, comma, post from employee. So when I press enter, what will I get? I get only the e-name, salary, and post of all employees. Let us do one more example. Suppose if I want to view the name and department of all the employees. So what I will do, select e-name, comma, department from employee. So you can see that you are getting the name of only e-names and the department. Okay, so I hope you are clear that how you can use this select command. All right, so the second category is that to display data of specific fields of all records. Okay, so we have already discussed first category, in which we want to display the data of all fields of all records. Now the second category is to display data of specific fields of all records. Okay, so remember we have done two categories. The first category is we have discussed earlier, and this one is the second category. Now the third category is that to display data of all fields. Now we want to view the data of all fields, but of specific records only. We don't want to view the records of all the employees, but we want to view the records of only specific employees. So over here I have written all fields. Okay, so according to syntax, after select I have written star. Why star? Because I want to display the data of all fields. That's why I have written star over here. Then from, and then the table name. Now there is one more new important thing, is the where clause. Why we have to use where clause? Because we have to specify condition for the system, that basically we don't want to view all the records. Okay, we want to view only the specific records. So obviously I have to specify some criteria, I have to specify some condition. So following that condition, the system will give me only those records which is required by me. Okay, so how I can specify the condition? In order to specify the condition, you have to use the where clause. Okay, and then after where clause, within the brackets you will write the condition that you want to view the records of only sales department employees. So you will write department is single equal, and then you have to specify quotes within data within single quotes. So what it will do, it will show you the data of all fields, but only those employees who works in department sales. So when we execute this command, then what will happen? We get the information of only those employees who works in sales department, right? So let me do it practically also. Select star from employee where department is equal to sales. So you can see that right now you are getting information of sales department. Suppose you want to view the records of all officers. To select select star from employee where post is equal to officer. Okay, so you can see that in this case we are getting records of only officers present in our company, right? So this is the third category, and the fourth category is that to display data of all fields of all records. So now we want to view the data of all fields, but of all records. No, sorry, this one is not all field, this one is specific field. Okay, so this is by mistake written. You have to write this, the fourth category, as to display data of not all field, it is specific field, and this one is also specific record. Okay, so just correct it. You have to write data to display data of specific field of specific records. Okay, all is not here. In the fourth category it is not all. You have to, in spite of all, you have to write specific. So suppose we want to view the details of some specific field, that is e-name, salary and post. Okay, and not all employees. I want to view the details of those employees who works in sales department, right? So we have to write this query, and when we write this query we will get the result is like this. It is written name, salary and post. Okay, but of only those employees who works in sales department only. Okay, so let us do it practically also. That select e-name, salary, comma post from employee where department is equal to sales. So what we want to do, we want to view the details of those employees. So you can get that in the sales department we have only two employees with us. One is the Kashish and another one is the Manas. Okay, so these two employees works in the sales department, right? So I hope it is clear to you that what are the various categories of select command, right? So practice all these commands carefully, and more important thing, make your notes properly. Okay, because in select we considered 4 categories, right? So so remember one thing, the first category is to display records of all fields of all records. Okay, and in this we have written command that is select star from employee. Okay, and in the B category what we have seen, to display records of to display data of all fields. So over here also you have to write to display data of all of specific field of all records, and in this we have written the command that is select e-name comma salary from employee. Okay, and the C category is to display data of all fields of specific uh, records. And in this way, in this command we have studied select ECT. So select star from employee where department is equal to sales. Okay, and the fourth category is to display data of specific field of specific records. Okay, and the command is like select ename comma salary comma post from employee where department is equal to suppose sales. Okay, so these are the four categories we have studied today. Okay, so what you have to do, you have to remember all these categories. Let me make it size more. Okay, so you have to work according to this pattern, right? So today we have discussed the select command and insert command, and in the next lecture we will do little more about the select command, because select command is very important and it is basically used in with various clauses also. So we will discuss it in next class. Okay, thank you very much. Have a nice day.